Okie dokie. And we're back. And we last left off on part 2. This is now part 3. I am going to rig out his body. Is that a neck and a torso? Let's start with his torso. So let's add a new layer. Double click. Torso. Enter. Close. Okay. I am not going to parent my torso or the head to the torso. I'm actually going to parent my head to the torso, not the torso to the head. I don't know, I just confused myself. You'll see what I'm going to do. So let's go with black. Let's go with brush, layer, and let's start with his torso, his chest. Let's round this. Let's undo that. Let's make it round. A little more fluid. There's his back. This is where his torso will pivot. You know what? Let's leave that blank. We'll fill that in with color. So, what I'm gonna do, let's color in his torso. Stick with this color. Zoom in. Okay, what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna switch the properties. I can go about this two ways. I can use my cutoff tool. It cuts off, it closes the gap, my close gap tool. I can do this, but I don't want to. I'm going to do something else that's more productive. I'm going to use my brush behind lines tool. So wherever I mark, it stays behind the line. So let's undo, Control C, Control C, Control C, Control C. And so you don't see a black line where he pivots his torso. Hold K, paint fill, voila. Let's actually do the same to his head, so you don't see this line where it's supposed to pivot. And so instead of just erasing this, let's go to tool properties. Let's go to this plus brush symbol. And what's going to happen, let's hide the mouth so it's out of the way. Let's hide the torso so it's out of the way. All it's going to do, I can mark anywhere on here like this, and all you're going to see is where it paints only on paint. That's why this plus brush, it won't mark anywhere where there's no paint. So let's undo that line, and let's just fill this gap in right here. I can get real messy, and the best part is you won't see it. So let's turn on his mouth and his torso. Let's go to my select tool, zoom out. Okay, so now let's add his neck. So let's add a layer. Now let's go to the shortcut here. Parent this to the torso, and let's parent the head to the torso. Should I go torso or the? No, let's do it to the neck. So here we got neck. N-E-C-K, neck. Enter, close. Okay, and his neck is just gonna be. Zoom in here. Where this flows. Let's on tool properties, brush, color, black. Do I want black? Yes. You know what? Let's not do a neck layer. This will just make it easier. Let's just undo everything I just said. Sorry about that. Right click, delete, press OK. Press undo, because we don't want to do that. Let's unparent the neck. So let's raise the head above there, so the neck is alone. The neck is now alone, not parent to anything. Delete. Okay. Parent the head to the torso. That's what I want to do. Zoom out. Now let's position the head over the body, the torso. So let's click on my transform tool and just slide this guy over there. Okay, if you look, obviously the jaw is in front of the torso, but the head is behind. So let's set the head by clicking this guy. It's already there. The plus tool, position. Let's go to 0.001. Boom! And it automatically carries the mouth over. So let's see how this looks. Not digging that. So let's go like this. Like this. Now you can rotate. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Hey. And automatically stay where it's at. So, with that being said, let's press minus. Let's set the torso pivot point. Take off the transform tool. And his torso will rotate here. So now when we hit our transform tool, everything connected to the torso will pivot with it. That's the whole point of this hierarchy. So now let's add his lower torso, or the abdomen, whatever you want to call it. Let's go new drawing. Let's parent it to my torso. Let's put the head above the drawing, the abdomen. Let's go with abs. He's been working out. Let's go with my black brush. Abs. Brush. And let's go above. And we'll leave this part open. We can fill that in with color. Let's hide torso so we can see this. Let's go to brush, properties, underneath. Go like so. Go like so. Hold K. Fill. Turn on my torso. Go on my select tool. And this is how this looks. Let's bring the torso down a little bit. Well, let's set this pivot point first. He will pivot at the waist. So now let's go a little higher. Let's go my brush. Let's go to torso. Let's clean this up a little bit. There, there, there. And we're gonna like this. Zoom in. You know what? Let's go undo, undo. Let's go to properties. So we only paint on top of color. Looks tighter. And let's zoom out. Select. And voila. And I'm getting some mad Texas. Let's see what's going on. So ignore. And let's try pivoting here to see how this works. Torso will move entirely. His lower abdomen will move as if he's walking. You already know the head will move. That'll stay fluid. His jaw. And we'll stop there. And then we'll come back. We'll do the arm and the leg. Oh, click save. Okie doke.